Guys, it's February 6th, 2026. Let's get into the trading day. Yesterday we had a small loss. Looking back at yesterday's trade, it was slightly, I would say slightly invalid because my draw was already taken. So, I think it could have been easily avoidable, but luckily it wasn't that big of a loss because I kind of anticipated that market may want to chop around after taking out the draw. So, it wasn't that big of a deal. On the daily, we're still in a very big sell. And I'm either looking to continue the sell model on the 4 hour by rebalancing here, or you can potentially trade up to here as well. Um, on the hourly, we're kind of overextended, and I would ideally want to trade till this hourly in order to validate longs higher potentially. Um, but we are kind of in a bullish structure. We inverse this hourly. We're respecting hourly gaps, so I think short-term bullish wouldn't be the worst idea in the world as long as we come in here and sweep out this intermediate 15-minute low in order to push us hard towards these lows, including maybe previous day low because we have a lot of draws right here. Um, so we'll see. I think long higher time frame I'm gonna remain bullish. We could also just sweep this out, cause a reaction lower, but ideally I would want to see this 4 hour wait. Oh, this is the wrong 4 hour. I would want to see, I think that's from yesterday, maybe? Or I'm tripping out. Oh, it looks like we're already making our moves right now. Um, yeah, I would want to see this 4 hour get tapped in order to push us lower on the very high time frame, or we can trade up to it by trading into this hourly gap and then trading up to it. Okay. Okay, guys, we did end up taking a trade, but it was a pretty quick loss. I took it as higher time frame. I was overall more bearish. I wanted to continue this bearish trend um, towards this drawn liquidity here. And I assumed that this 4 hour would be enough to push us lower considering where ES was at the time. We had S&T'd all these draws and liquidity. We're inside this fresh 4 hour and we have 5 minute below. So I was assuming that this would be an agreed upon drawn liquidity right here. We had a very strong closure right over here. And yeah, that's pretty much my trade idea for the bearish run. But it kind of just looks like we're holding this bullish momentum on the higher time frame. We fully mitigated this 4 hour gap and we do have draws higher above us right now. We're inside a higher time frame. I mean, a lower time frame buy model is continuing um, hourly structure. So, and we have these equal highs. Is this on the 15? I mean, okay, equal highs in the 1 minute. Um, so honestly, like what I'm looking for now is us to I mean I can't really take a trade now because we do have news at 10. So what I'm hoping is we create some sort of gap and then continue the buy model higher, but I don't want to really force anything here. I'm gonna stay more patient and see how this plays out. I'm curious to see like maybe did we reacted from this. Damn, that was like an instant reaction. So then what did ES want to bring? Nothing. Okay, so I guess Nas just really wanted this high right here before. Um, getting this mech model lower. I'm just hoping it doesn't really fill in this full gap. Higher time frame, it kind of looks like now we're respecting this gap. So we're gonna have to see if it creates some sort of trended liquidity before opening up 10 a.m. news. But yeah, that's like the thought process. I think this loss, I like the loss. Like there's some people that'd say it was a pattern trade, but like we just tapped into this. Um, yeah, 30 minute took out all my bullish draws, like short-term bullish draws, and we had a um intermediate 1 minute low in this untapped 5 minute. So I was pretty interested in taking um that long there. I mean the short. Um, in the scenario that we open up 10 a.m. news, and we have like a 5 minute inversion right here, I would consider taking this as well, but we would be longing inside of what is it called? 15 minute. So I'm just gonna be patient and wait and see for 10 a.m. Okay guys, another trade recap. Executions right here. I got a really shitty fill, but it was a break-even trade regardless. I'm still considering taking another short. This is my trading idea. So pretty much we respected this 4 hour, and I'm assuming that like if we want to continue this bullish trend, we want to at least mitigate this 4 hour below. So I think it's an agreed upon draw for both sides of the market. The first short that I took here, we swapped out data high with an internal SMT instead of 5 minute and then a very strong closure, but it was just break even. I'm reconsidering maybe taking another short if we get a resweep and then we inverse this 1 minute gap. But we'll see. We might want to continue the bullish momentum or bullish trend without sweeping out this draw and liquidity lower, but that would just not make sense to be honest. Yeah, highest time frame would be this 1 minute, which is kind of not ideal, but we're just gonna have to wait and see unless we create like a new fair value gap in this price leg. I would consider it, but this is like the thing with this is we completely inverse this 15 minute with almost no wick, and then on ES we're kind of respecting it. So that kind of is a bit confusing here. But I foresee that if we do end up reversing, we would continue this at least to this draw on liquidity um, below. So there's a lot of trades happening today, a lot of journaling. Um, I think both valid trades so far. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Yeah. What's up, guys? I still haven't taken a trade after those that break even and then that loss. Um, but I think there is one more trading idea that I am. What flip is going on my trading unit? Um, my trading view is geeking out. Okay, so one more trading idea, and that trading idea is going to be that we sleep this out. I wanted it to happen Loki on the 15-minute candle, but it is what it is. Yo, weird, being really weird. But the idea is that if we get you got accumulation, manipulation into this 4 hour, and then distribution lower. But this is gonna be a fucking 30-second trade, unfortunately, which is looking annoying. Um, that's actually so unfortunate. I'm hoping there's no 30-second there. I really want to ask if there's a 30-second. I would. Yo, what is going on, man? This would be the inversion that I would need. I'm hoping for like Maybe we even get the 9:45 manipulation. Technically we're inside of this 4 hour. We have an SMT on these highs. On this 15-minute high, I still feel like we're overall bearish on the higher time frame. We left this 4 hour right here. We're inside this 4 hour gap right now. Remanipulate the 15-minute, and then I'm hoping for a 9:45 or another scenario is we just inverse this gap right here, and then we generate all these. My chart's looking really messy. I'm gonna delete this as well for now. Yeah, we generated liquidity leading up to the 4 hour gap, and then, like I said, I don't see the reason for us to completely um not go to this 4 hour, and I'm assuming that it's gonna happen like right now if we get this little model right here. And then that would be the trading idea, and I'd probably just TP maybe like a 1-to-1 or something if this ends up happening. But we'll see if this actually plays out or if this happens. If I want to take this based off this, I'd have to wait for this inversion right here, which is relatively small. Still valid though. And that would be the last sort of trading idea that I would have for the day. Right there. Okay, so we'll see if this actually gives me an entry, and if it doesn't, then I'll just be back in like probably 10 minutes, call it a day. Oh, guys, we're in a final trade, the third trade of the day, and man, I fucking risked nothing. I have no idea. Like it said I was risking 300, so I assumed like um I'd be risking 300, but I guess I didn't risk that much. So I'm just gonna hold for a fucking three. Um, or at least until like this low gets swept, and then I'll probably just take out my position. Um, just so I can make some sort of profit. But like normally I'd already be out by now. I wanted to get out over here. But I was already up like $87. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck is my risk? My risk is low-key a bit doo-doo. So I'm just gonna hold maybe until we SMT some draw on liquidity, maybe even like right here. Yeah, but the overall trading idea for this is again, like I was waiting for before. Overall, we are bearish in the higher time frame, unfilled 4 hour gap. Realistically, I could target that, but likeliness of us hitting that is pretty low. Um, yeah, I might get break even here. It's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. If we do get break even, I'm still gonna count this as a W in my journal because I would have already been out if my what is it called? My risk was actually good, but we're just gonna wait. It's gonna be patient. But yeah, 4 hour. We respected the 4 hour. What did we do at 10 a.m.? Not really anything, to be honest. Anything that always generate all this liquidity. 10:45. Manipulate these highs right here, and then a clean inversion lower, and then that's pretty much the trade idea. Um, Playing off that, and then like I said prior, if we want to be more bullish, I would want to see um this 4 hour right here. No, I don't want to move my TP. This 4 hour right here get mitigated first before continuing us higher. But then again, yeah, if I want to see us become more bullish, then I want to see that 4 hour get mitigated first, and then vice versa. If we wanted to what is it called? It's bullish. If I wanted to see us be bearish, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if we want to see us be bearish, I would want to see us respect this and then continue to that gap as well. So both sides of the market agree upon a draw on liquidity, and I'm just trying to trade that draw on liquidity. Um, Regardless, I'm probably just gonna end the video here. If I get break even or not, you guys will know probably Saturday if I do break back testing video. But I'm just gonna let this run and see what happens. Okay, goodbye guys.